Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatically. Bankroll showing that I know it don't strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose and the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feeling it. Picking the players, they all never touch. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just post a list. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig.
We are live, E.
Yo. What's good? What's going on, fam? Welcome back. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Just Cash. Joined as always by Underrated. What's good, man? How are you?
I'm great. I'm better than great. I'm ready. 5 games. I'm ready. How are you? I hope you're ready.
Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty well. We had a nice little off day basically yesterday. Ended up sniping some good value with the live betting. But, Shakir Austin did get us on that stinker defensive rebound play. But Salon, quite the free under. So not mad at it. Still made some cash in the Discord. So make sure you guys are in there and checking it out. And before we get into it, y'all can do us a huge favor. As always, make sure and hit that like button down below. Help us grow the channel and fight the algorithms. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, and then last but not least, but probably the most important, is in the description down below. Make sure to check out the links to the Discord. Come in, stop by, say what's up, and hopefully win some cash with us. All
yes,
right,
sir.
So yeah, man, not a bad day. I would think overall. Live bets look pretty good, and today we're gonna have a lot of games popping off at the same time, so should have a lot of live bets again, and it's 5 game slate, so a lot of stuff to go over, cover, and I think we have a normal lockdown tonight. I can't remember.
I think it's 4:30. All of them. 4 of them that start at 4:30. 7:30 for you. Woo! Late.
Yeah, man. It's a bit of a weird schedule. I'm surprised they didn't spread these out throughout the evening, but is what it is. We'll get a lot of news right before we get off, I would imagine. Kind of shore up all this stuff here today, but live bets should be pretty sweet, so we will definitely be tapping into that. Again, make sure to check out the Discord down below. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get caught up on some questions, comments, and then we will go ahead and roll on to it.
Let's do it, man. 5 games. I'm ready. Van Negro Jones says ready. He's ready too. Ready to bounce back today. My Mystics disappointed me. Yeah, they did. They tried to come back, though. New day, though. He says new day, new chance. And that is damn real. Because we're making WNBA our bitch. All right? You ready for that, E? Making it our bitch. That's today. 20 likes so far already, guys. You guys are dope as fuck. Let's keep it going. C-Dot's here with the all caps. Let's fucking go. Let's get this money. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the Discord. It's Friday. What time is it?
Time to win. Game time. Something like that.
Something like that. All that and more. Big Two's here. Let's fucking go. Big Two helping us out with the live betting as well. Get in the Discord if you haven't been there. We do something totally different. We're going to find live bets while the games are going. It's the best way to get the value. Jump in there with us. We're all going to need hands on deck today. E, you're going to be there all day with us? I know you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy today since we have 4 out of the 5 games starting at the same time. So get
Right.
a nice little break in the second half right before the last game. And then late night hammer, man, that one should be fun, I hope.
Yeah, that's a great game. So it's kind of set up perfect. I wish it wasn't so many at once, but we're going to try to make it work. We did great yesterday. We were undefeated in live betting. Let's try again. We just got to pick the right plays, be patient, stick to the rules. Jom's here. What's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a minute. What's happening? He got the smiley face for us. I think that means he loves us. We love you back. Ben Negro says, the Ganga bet of the night. Ooh, he likes this. 3 threes for Johannes, however you want to say it. 3 threes. What do you think about 3 threes?
Yeah, I mean, she's in a pretty good spot today. You know, you kind of pick your poison between her, Sabrina, having pretty favorable lines in the 3-point matchup. It's, I mean, Johannes is pretty much a tried and true 3-point shooter, so I wouldn't fault you there. I know you and I had kind of discussed a little bit last night for her. Her point line is pretty appropriate. I think it's a touch low with needing 10 or more points, but most of the damage is going to come from 3. So with her, you know, you got, let's see where she at. Wow, her odds moved drastically overnight. That's pretty crazy. So almost unplayable there for that. But if you want to ladder it up with the 3 or more, plus 178 is definitely not bad. You might be able to get this closer to 200. I'd shop around a little bit for that. And then, I mean, personally, minus 154 for Sabrina, I would definitely pass on that one. But I get it. It's a good spot for her.
Yeah, man. I was thinking the other day too, and we were talking about it, and that's a good example. Like these players are so inconsistent a lot of times that sometimes it's smart, I think, to take the ladder up like that, like the plus money, put a little less money on it. If Johannes goes off, Johannes hits her 3 threes, you double your money instead of just getting your money back. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if you got a feel for it. I think that's a good way to look into this now, because the other way is trying to get these plays at minus 150 and shit like that. That shit ain't working, man. These players are too inconsistent. The alt plays, nope, we can't do it, guys. We're gonna figure it out though. Ant the Kid says AT is so money. AT is so money.
Yeah.
She is so
man.
money.
She's been quite the little wagon that could. And one of our plays again today, we were able to snap up that early value. And I think she's all the way up to 32.5. Let me see. I think Prizepicks had her at 32. Yeah, so 32.5. I mean, a play that we were pretty confident that was going to bump overnight. So we did end up snapping that up early. Got it at 30.5. And surprisingly, again, man, I will say DraftKings, they had her 29.5 available. I think it was minus 155. But as we know for her, playing her in the last several games, it doesn't really make much of a difference between that little half marker. So we settled with a good payout in lieu of her lines bumping. Yeah. And she's one of our plays again today. So we'll get to that here in just a minute. Yeah,
man. I had her in Quinterly under 9.5 points yesterday. I think she's 7.5 now. So we got good value on that too. K. Rogers says Clark and Kelsey combo. What do you think about that? I like the combos, just trying to seeing what's up with them and breaking them down. What do we got with that? You have that. Oh, no, you got the Paige and Kelsey.
Well, I'm just going to go out on a limb and assume he's talking about Paige here because there's no Clarks playing today unless you're talking about Alicia Clark, and then that'd be some wild shit. But I'm going to assume he's talking about the combo prop here. Yeah, I think it's a very solid play. I mean, both of those players really have solid history. Paige cleared her points and PRA in both of the matchups, which her PRA line we snapped up early too, beat the bumps on that. But I think it's fine. I mean, I will say they unfortunately did bump this by 0.5, but I think it's totally warranted. And Kelsey Mitchell historically has absolutely cooked Dallas. I know we just took Jackie Young basically in the same situation here. I will say I wish that we had options for Mitchell's PA tonight. I'm not mad at the PRA. I believe it's 25.5 if I'm not mistaken, but really solid scoring upside between the two of them. And for the combo piece, I think on Prizepicks especially, it's definitely not bad. And as you can see here, it was also part of our Flex Friday slip right at the top. So I'm right there with you.
Okay, cool. K. Rogers also says NECA points and AT turnovers. I didn't know AT had a turnover prop. That's interesting. It must be 3. Because boy, oh boy, she can turn the ball over. It is 3. Okay.
Yeah, man. So NECA, I looked at quite a bit last night too. I will say her get up in this matchup is pretty substantial. I mean, history is pretty solid. She is a little bit more relaxed whenever they do play at the house. So this time it is going to be a home game for them. But still, historically, I mean, she likes to give them the business. So I don't mind that. I do worry that maybe we see somewhat of kind of a dialed back production from her. Gabby also didn't really have that high of a scoring game the first time they played against them. I believe she only had like 12 points or 13 points, something like that. But Nneka, I mean, I like the history here, honestly. Sometimes she's just a bit frustrating in play, but she is a good look.
That's what's up.
And then AT turnovers. I mean, if you want to run it at 3, I think it's totally warranted. It's got somewhat of a push factor. Technically speaking, Atlanta is like the bottom tier of forced turnovers per game. So I will caution you kind of in that regard. They're not technically causing that many, but historically it looks really, really good. So I will not fault you there. I would like it a little bit more if Jordan Canada plays, but, again, we digress.
All right. Big 2, second half GOAT. Big Sophie, you might know him as, says, what's the money line parlay? I think he's trolling us. We don't talk money lines no more, Big 2. We can look at it, though, if you want. And we can say what we would do if we were still betting money lines, I guess. That would probably work, huh?
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, if I had to, I would say Seattle should be a pretty solid unit tonight. LA, they've struggled quite mightily on the road so far this year, and they got absolutely destroyed the first time they played. Granted, I think this game will be a lot closer and not necessarily quite a blowout, but this value we're currently getting for that is pretty nice. And Seattle's been, for the most part, really solid at home this season. I know we had a couple snafus over the last month, or not over the last month, over the last 2 weeks now, but I think they've got everything on paper that should be a recipe for success here. And I don't mind also with Coach playing Malonga a little bit more off the bench, man. I think she's a phenomenal potential six player for this team, and somebody that needs to be utilized a little bit more often.
All righty.
And I mean, honestly, for the rest of them, I think New York is fine, even though it is a road team. This could be a major upset game. I doubt it, but just something to be said for that. It's Indy and Dallas, honestly, I think kind of a coin flip. Indy should win it, but yeah.
We've been doubting a lot of things. They look crazy, and then when that happens, we're like, oh, guess it happened again. And then we just snap back like things are supposed to happen like they're supposed to happen, but they never do. Not never, but they don't a lot of times. So, boy, oh boy, Big 2, bringing up some sore subjects. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, some painful memories there, no doubt. But if I had to put my money on it, I'd say probably New York, Seattle, and Phoenix, just the better defensive teams. Atlanta, this game probably a little bit closer to a 50-50, but not having Griner and possibly no Canada and Howard just is a little bit detrimental to this team. Naz Hillman as a starter is a little bit more of a different player too. Well, I think she'll definitely take somewhat of a step back in production today if she starts. But we'll keep an eye out for the starting 5.
Okie dokie. We are at 25 likes already. Whoever hit that 25th, man, you got some good luck. Yeah, what's up?
Real fast. So Sevgi Usin is available for Chicago. That's very, very annoying. Tiffany Hayes is out, and Zana Lassini is out today.
Okay, how is that affecting other players there with the first one you said on Chicago?
Yeah, so, I mean, that should be a huge boost to Burton today. It'll help her PA scoring upside. I think that maybe makes this game a little bit more competitive and or scary on the side of Golden State, but good shot that I would say Burton takes a big step forward today. So I don't mind her PRA, even though it is a touch high. Her first half PRA actually might be somewhat of a stronger lean because she has been more productive, but man, these last few games look kind of ugly.
Man, her live unders have been nice. You're saying we shouldn't go at them today now from that news?
Yeah, I'd be a little bit careful with that because, I mean, this is such a phenomenal matchup. But that should help out Salon. If she does play the minutes, it's just another kind of spin the wheel, make a deal thing, though. They still have a lot of guards that they can kind of fill in here. But more than likely, if I had to take a shot in the dark, Carla probably ends up getting the nod as a starter tonight, so that's something to keep an eye out for. And Zana Lassini was a starter. Last game they started Rupert, but we will keep an eye out for that. just to make sure there's no weirdness here. I mean, they should give, honestly, Salon and Burton all the usage in the world, but that makes this game a hell of a lot more ugly.
Man, did Tiffany Hayes really score 0 points yesterday? Day before? Was it 0? Or did she finally get on the board? 0 points? That is wild. Tiffany Hayes. What has happened? She only played 20 minutes as well. Was that injury? Do you expect her to bounce back today?
Well, Hayes is out, so...
Hayes is out.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Hayes was out, Zan Lassini's out.
Oh, wow. I didn't catch that one. I was too busy listening to this sound right here. I was like, what? I missed it. Hayes is out. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a big deal then. Okay. That's huge. All right.
Yeah, so I mean, that's going to give Burton a lot of usage tonight, and I think it's totally warranted, but that makes this game a little bit more frustrating because, I mean, you're talking about losing one of their best should-be, shooters on the team, and then also having Thornton out. That's been kind of detrimental. So there should be a lot of usage for Burton, a lot of usage for Salon, but man, this team looks ugly now.
Those are the type of things you just kind of stay away from unless you watch the first half and somebody's not getting minutes, you can go under. But besides that, man, probably just chill.
Yeah.
Don't go getting cute and taking Chicago Sky money line or some shit.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a real possibility because, we were talking about this last night that Golden State, they honestly play the closest thing to true NBA style basketball. They have a really good paint presence and they shoot the most threes in the league. So that sometimes can just bail them out of games. And going up against Chicago, who's given up some of the most threes notoriously throughout this year, that could get a little bit scary. So, I mean, honestly, I think if I had to put my money really where my mouth is, I might be leaning a little bit more towards Salon here just because she does offer more of a true three-point upside. But Burton typically has had more secure minutes and does come with, I would say, a little bit more assist rating tonight. But if Carla starts, that could definitely cut into it a little bit more than what I want to roll the dice on. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for this.
Sounds good. Watto G, what's up? He says he's been waiting patiently. The Stevens points. Now, you're a little worried with Stevens because of Brink, right? Or do you still like Stevens' points? I think her points are 12.5. It's not too bad. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhat appropriate. I'm definitely concerned about Brink being back into the mix because she did eat into a little bit of minutes between Hamby and herself. Traditionally, she will come in and substitute more directly for, Azure, but this last game we saw the coach kind of mix it up. Brink did close the game over Hamby, and they left Azure out there with that unit, but not really the best scoring spot for her. Seattle, they've been one of the best teams. They are actually allowing the least amount of 3 points, 3-point attempts, 3 points made, all that good stuff. So that's really where Stevens has done most of her upside damage, as you can see right here, just hitting multiple threes a game. So I do worry about that. Historically, I mean, even last game, she had 0 threes against them, so there's something to be said about that. But she did have 6 offensive rebounds, which I think is total fakery. That's not a normal thing for her. A lot of that also led to putbacks and free throw attempts. So something to keep in mind. Even in the last game, I mean, she only played 24 minutes against them, so that is also somewhat concerning. I don't mind her rebound upside. I think both her and Hamby tonight are in phenomenal rebound spots. Seattle's allowing top rebounds and defensive rebounds over the last month, but the scoring upside could be a little bit of a mess. So just be cautious. If anything, I don't know if I would play her points directly. Maybe something with like fantasy, PR, first half PRA also, I think is definitely still live. But just stuff to keep in mind. And then if the game blows out too, she's definitely going to sit early.
Man, those blowouts been happening a lot. What was I going to say? My brain just went blank. Guess it doesn't matter. K. Rogers says Natasha Howard fantasy. If she gets the minutes, I like to take against former teams. So Natasha Howard fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to roll the dice on Howard, I think it's completely warranted today. Historic matchup, looks phenomenal. She played really well against them earlier on this season too. The minutes still, obviously the main concern for her more than anything else. I will say she did kind of compete for minutes last game with Chloe Bibby, so that is something to note. But man, if you want to roll the dice on it, I'm not going to be mad at you. But man, she's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. She's a super stay away, I think. Van Negro Jones is back. He says 4 out of 5 hit last night from Wednesday. Not last night, from Wednesday night. Now he has Copper 2 threes, Boston 9 boards, Page 18 points, Gray 6 rebounds. And he says, I don't like Boston tonight. But he likes her rebounds, it looks like. Or was those the ones that he hit? Are those the ones that he hit? Is that what he's saying? That might be my bad. I think he hit those. Those are the 4 out of the 5 he hit.
I think he's talking about 4 tonight. Well, he said he hit 4 out of 5 last night, I believe, and then those are some plays for this evening. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I like Boston today. I think she's in a pretty prime scoring spot. Dallas has been limiting quite a bit of rebounding to opposing centers, so something to be said about that. But good second chance points, so she could get a handful of offensive putbacks. Page looks good. Gray's an interesting one, man. I know without Ryan Howard, she's been getting a ton of rebounds, and she did get 7 rebounds in this particular matchup. It's kind of weird, though. She's been like heavy juice for her rebounds over the last couple of games, and then today she's pretty heavy for the under 5.5. So if you can get it at plus money still, it's not a bad play. I think not at all. And then what was the last one? I'll go back to it real fast.
Whoops.
No, you're good. I see it. The Copper threes. Yeah, I mean, Copper kind of is what it is. It is not a bad matchup now with Ryan Howard being out for the 3-point upside, but her man, just sometimes she doesn't want to take the threes, and it's kind of frustrating. She just wants to slash and try and get to the free throw line. So I don't mind it. I think it's still a low sweat at 1.5, honestly. I'd much rather play that than like Sophie's.
Sophie, speaking of Sophie, Big Two's here again, and he says he's trolling us with more money lines. Sky money line, question mark, Teehee, Fever money line, or Dallas at home. Lord, Dallas at home, he says.
Yeah, these would be the only 3 money lines, honestly, I'm touching tonight. It's such a coin flip between the Dallas and Indiana. Indy should win it, but Dallas does also have a pretty solid recipe for being able to hold down the guard. So, even like this last game, Kelsey Mitchell being limited, had Ari McDonald not had the game of her season, that was going to be real scary for Indy, and they definitely were on track to lose that.
Game of her life. Silvern says Hayes and Zandalicini ruled out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you here, sir, as well. Saw you in the Discord last few days. Let's get some live betting in today, my friend. Van Negro says, I was about to ask about Uzi affecting Banham's threes, but they removed Banham's bets due to Golden State lineup changes. They removed Banham.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's probably a decent shot that Banham, she's going to take somewhat of a hit for her RA. Uzin is more traditionally a point guard style. I would say Odyssey Sims is a really good comparable, or Julie Allman, one of the two of them. She is pretty solid for defense, so I will say this is a pretty big upgrade, and actual just court IQ awareness is really good upgrade again. But I would expect somewhat of a limited capacity for her today. Like, I don't think coach is just going to let her have, 30 plus minutes. Wouldn't be bad if she did. I mean, she's a low volume shooter. So I think with Banham, she's going to go back to more of a traditional shooting guard role, which should increase her upside here, especially in this matchup. As we talked about with Golden State, they're allowing the most 3-point attempts in the league. So this is a prime spot for her, and she should be able to show out. But the lines for her might get adjusted back down. So take a look at that whenever she comes back on board.
Okay, cool. All right, we are at the end of the comments. I know there's a bunch of people in here, so if you guys have anything you want to talk about or you want you to look at, or you got a play you like or a question, drop them in the chat there, and we'll get to them. We'll let you get to his plays that he likes, and I will light this joint while you start your conversation on these beautiful plays you have behind you.
Sweet. Well, let's talk about Paige. Locked her in with that PRA last night. I think there's still enough wiggle room between her rebound and assist upside. The rebound kind of takes somewhat of a hit, as we've seen over the last few games with them going a bit smaller. But the assist and playmaking still held pretty strong. And honestly, man, I just like the scoring upside from her. I think it's still really solid. So maybe we lose out on the rebound in particular, but so far this season in both games they played, she's put up really solid numbers. We had 29 and 34 PRA in the 2 games. So I like it. We had a pretty good feeling this line was going to end up bumping a lot yesterday, and it looks like DraftKings is basically the only site you can get it on, or a goblin on Prizepicks. So I like it. Game looked really healthy. We had a nice, pretty reasonable pace. 2 of the, I think Dallas is a 3rd fastest team, 4th fastest. And so, but at least 2 top 5 pace teams. And the total was, let's see real fast. Had it written down, but I do not have it handy. 175. So another juicy total here. Can't be mad at that. I like it. I like it.
Big Paige, let's go, Big Paige. Paige been balling. Paige has actually been better than I thought she was. I knew she was good, but man, she's next level good. She's pro ready, bro. She came right in. She's got the smarts of the game. She's a good leader. Like, it's crazy to see a rookie that good.
Yeah, man. And we're getting back to her normal stride here. We're in the competitive game. She's playing her, 34 to 36 minutes. So, hell, please, Andy, just keep it close. Dallas, please keep it close here. And, we're looking for another 30 burger here.
Nice. Looks good. Okay. How do you feel about Bree Jones' rebounds without Griner? K. Rogers says.
Yeah, I like it, man. I actually was a late ad to list today once we got news with Griner. I think this matchup, we talked about it for the last couple streams now. Phoenix and Seattle both just giving up. They are bleeding rebounds right now. But Phoenix more so over the last couple of games. Their turnaround and transition defense has been pretty lackluster to say the least, but they are giving up so many rebounds over the last month now. You can see we get the likes of JJ, even Griner herself picking up 8 rebounds against them. Lee
Nice.
Rue with 7 and 11 rebounds. So just a ton of upside here. And then historically looked pretty good. First meeting that they played, she did only have 6 rebounds, but that wasn't just 24 minutes. So with Griner being out here this game, she's really been skirting around this marker the last few games in a row now. We just need the minutes. That's the only thing that's been holding her back is just minutes alone. So I think today we look a little bit closer to maybe 28, 30 minutes. And we honestly could wheel even more minutes because she's going to be out there to match AT on the floor. And AT's playing 33 to 35 minutes every single night. So I do expect them to match a lot of minutes between the 2 of them, in particular the first and third quarter, and then somewhere down the stretch to close the game out. So I like it. I think her just being on the floor for a normal rotation is the only thing we've been missing. And if we were looking beyond these last 5 games here, we would have snapped this line up any other time. And I think there's something to be said still about maybe her points. They bumped the hell out of it. she was at 11.5 last night, 13.5. I can't do that personally, but if you can still, you can't find the 11.5, so never mind.
No.
PR would be the best option, or the fantasy.
Yeah, she's 13.5 now. So you had 6.5 boards. That's cool. I like it when people come with the play and it's the exact play you already had on the list. He didn't see that you had it. I can tell by the way he asked. How do you feel about it? It's on the list. That's what's up. I love it.
I think it's honestly a really strong play. Personally, I'm a bit torn between her rebounds and the defensive rebounds. Granted, defensive rebounds had a slightly less hit rating, but in the short time that she did have in the first game, she ended up with 5 defensive rebounds, whereas she only had 6 rebounds overall. So, excuse me. Metrics wise, the offensive rebounding could be a little bit back and forth, but just banking on honestly her to play, closer to 28 minutes tonight, her hit rating for that has been very high this season. So between the 2 of them, if you can find her at 6.5 still, that would be the better line. But if we're talking price picks, she's at 4 defensive rebounds there too, which I like.
Okay. 3 times here. He said, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. He wants your best bet. Yeah. Christian Riley says, how do you feel about Satu? And he says, Mabry under PRA. Ooh, Mabry under. Interesting. And how do you feel about Satu? I know she's been just doing nothing. It's hard to trust anything with her, right?
Yeah, man, there's been a lot of just weird things with her, between mostly foul trouble. That's been honestly the thing that's holding her back the most. She's getting into a lot of first half foul trouble. So we still have somewhat of a murky waters. I know she looked like she was pacing this last game, man. She started off pretty hot in the first quarter and then was looking good, picked up some fouls, and ended up kind of taking a huge step back to Alyssa Thomas and Copper. But her usage is still going up. I mean, every single game is pushing that 30% marker. So one of these games soon, maybe not necessarily this game for the matchup in particular and the pace, but one of these games very soon in a soft matchup, man. I'm telling you, she's going to rock a 20 bomb.
All right, we'll be looking for that. So we probably won't touch our unders just because of that, unless they're just crazy high. But I don't think they are. Her lines are low now, so it's hard to go under. Mabry under PRA. Christian says,
yeah. Maybe it's an interesting one here. I mean, I will say the historically it is a little bit scary. I mean, she's had some really, really good success against them, mostly from three, as you can see here. In the PA department is not bad, but some murky waters with her coming back. I mean, really, you're just kind of hoping this game does end up not being competitive, because that's going to be our best bet for her to sit early. I do still expect her to be the first one out, and then Tina shortly afterwards, like we saw in the last game. But with that being said, they haven't played since the 28th, so they do have a couple days extra rest here. They're coming in fully healthy. The upside for her is mostly going to be from three. New York is just, I mean, they are giving up all kinds of threes. And then we saw from the last game we talked about, or the last couple of games here, the assist upside was still looking pretty solid. The rebounding, I think that one's kind of falling through the floor a little bit with Morrow and, Rivers and stuff around her like that. But PA somewhere in the mix. PRA, if you want to go on the under for that, I totally get it. I wouldn't mess with the first half unders, though. That wouldn't be cautious.
Okay, sounds good. Van Negro Jones has a nice comment for Satu. He says she is a crybaby. The WNBA's La Baby. Instead of LeBron, he says. Like that? La Baby. Okay, I like it. All right, so cool. We're down through the questions. We're at 31 likes. You guys are dope. If you could hit the like. If you haven't hit it yet, we got 50 watching live. We got 5 games today. We got live betting going on at 4:30 Pacific time. Jump in the Discord with us. Let's do some live betting. We went undefeated yesterday. Let's do it again today. E, what you got next?
Yeah, man. So let's keep it going. We pretty much touched on some of these props. All right, so we already talked about Brianna Jones. We'll just kind of run it back here real fast with Alyssa Thomas, briefly touch on this. Same old thing for her. She did come up a little bit shy in this first game that they played. Mostly it was just from scoring. I mean, purely from scoring. She only put up 7 points, but the RA was very much so there. She had 20 in that matchup, and so far she's been doing really, really well this season. So we did actually have this baked into 16.5, not the 17.5 marker. But honestly, man, I still like her scoring upside. I think now with Griner being out of the game, she does wield more potential foul upside against both Naz Hillman and Coffee off the bench. And losing that big body paint presence is basically just going to leave, Brianna Jones by herself. So there is some correlation between maybe Brianna Jones does play more minutes for this particular matchup. But, bro, if they don't put her out there to defend AT is just going to bully whoever the backup is. So something to be said about that. If old dude doesn't want to play Brianna Jones, I mean, she's going to kill whoever that is out there. So I like it, man. I love the minutes for her. Just the engine that could, playing 33, 34 minutes every single game. Love the RA. Just give me some more buckets this time.
Yes, sir. Angela says Satu has been awful. A big fade everywhere, and it's very true. She's been kind of injured, and Copper takes away a little bit from her, I think. But like E said, the lines are so low now, you never know. It's hard to go under her. But I will say Camille 5006, what's happening, says, what do you think about Satu's under rebounds, though? That's interesting, because she hasn't got her boards. What do you think about this matchup? Are you scared that somehow today she's going to get 6 rebounds or more for some strange reason? And have the bookies been offering this 5.5 every day, or did they just throw it in our face today and try to trap us?
I believe it's been offered the last couple of games here since she came back. Now, earlier on in the season, this would have definitely been a scary click, but now with Mac being into the starting lineup, that's definitely something that's of noteworthy, that she's really seeing a reduction in her paint presence overall. If either Mac or Alyssa Thomas gets into foul trouble, that's going to be quite scary. But Kalani Brown too, I mean, she's a phenomenal rebounder off the bench, so I don't mind it. I think for her, we just need to see that field goal volume take a really big step forward, and the 3-point attempts, which is something that we had talked about this last game too. She really has got to step it up in this department, because this team's kind of struggling now with the new starting look. But I don't mind it. I don't think it's a necessarily need for her to be out there rebounding, and matchup wise, I mean, this is one of the worst rebounding possible spots, so I get it. I don't mind it. And if we take a look at the last month here, pretty good success, couple stinkers in the mix, but
is that a new thing that Outlier offered there now? Or they always had that? The players, like they show the forwards and stuff from the history. Has that always been there?
I believe they updated that this year, but I could be wrong.
That's tight. I like that. The Truth says Indiana versus Dallas. He's probably talking money line again. Either way, yeah, those have been tough this year. The Truth, but if you had to pick one, E, what would you do?
Probably Indiana, honestly. I mean, this should be a great bounce back spot for Kelsey, and on paper, it's a great spot for Boston. She's just kind of been really sketchy on the road scoring wise, so a little bit hard to trust that. But I mean, Kelsey can easily go out and put the team on her back tonight. Whereas Paige, she can only do so much. If Enrique doesn't show up, this game's going to be a sweat. But if Enrique does show up, this could be an interesting one.
Okie dokie. All right, we're through the comments again. We can get back to your plays if you want. We're at 31 likes. You guys are dope. And like we said before, jump in the Discord today. It's a great time to do it. We got 7-day free trial. You can jump in, check it out. We'll do some live betting today. And live betting Sunday will be crazy too. We got 5 games on Sunday too. So great time to jump in for your free week. See how it's done. Win some money. Gabby Williams-y?
Yeah, Sunday's going to be real nice. Oh, Big Gabby. Yes, Big Gabby. Let's talk about her. So we got her going up finally in a really good matchup. Last couple games been a little bit back and forth with the blowouts and the shenanigans in that game that ended up, was it the Washington? Yeah, this one where the coach benched the starters basically the whole second half. So last 3 games look really murky. Honestly, I would say just goldfish these. But going back to a solid matchup, and not only a good matchup, but a mega pace up for Seattle. The Sparks are playing just at lightning speed right now. History looked really good. I mean, Gabby ended up having eight steals against them, which is pretty impressive. So I will say I don't mind the fantasy overall, but the hit rating for her has been a lot more for the PRA. Her PA upside, I think, has really, really big ceiling potential today. And even though she wasn't asked to shoot the ball a ton since that first game was so messy, I mean, they ended up beating them by 31, which is kind of crazy, but she didn't have to shoot the ball a whole lot. So this rematch, I do expect, like I said, the game to be a lot closer, and in this particular one should see that shooting take a step forward like we saw the last couple games here. I mean, without the blowout, she would have cleared these 2 games here at least, and then the Washington game was just really weird and a very bad matchup, so not surprised.
Alrighty, there we go. Big Gabby. I love Gabby. Did you know?
We like Gabby.
Now tell me if you knew this. And maybe I read this wrong, or maybe this was just allegedly. But is Gabby and Marine a thing, an item? Johannes? Where I read that yesterday.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Good job, guys. Proud of you for that one.
Yeah, Johannes, both the French connection, as they call it.
I like that. All right, good job. They're going to be on the same team in no time. Watch. Bantam Fantasy says Jason Holland. Why are you laughing? Being on the same team?
That'd be kind of wild, man.
They probably will.
To say the least.
You see how Bonner was? She couldn't handle herself. I got to get back to you, AT. No, did you see how they were booing her at the game 2 games ago? That was funny. She came on the court every time they were like, boo! Bantam Fantasy.
Yeah, be careful with, like, trying with the ceiling potential for Bantam. I will say we did get her locked in before we got the Uzin news. So she is going to take away some of the RA potential here, but I do think that gives Bantam a lot more of the green light to just be more of a true shooting guard. So her shot volume potential could go up quite a bit today. I like Bantam. I mean, honestly, if there's one person on this team who should have really good success today, it's going to be a 3-point shooter. And if we take away still how good Golden State's been against defending the paint, that would limit our Cardoso production, and somebody else is going to have to pick it up for that, which likely, Bantam at least at the end of the day. Let's keep an eye out for the starting five though, because she still could, Bantam that is, be the point guard or the normal starter, and then Uzin comes off the bench. So keep that in mind. We should get that news sometime here. I would say probably in the next, at least hour, but we'll know that before locks.
All right, coolio.
I like Bantam though. I will say I like Bantam. Just be a little bit cautious with her because we are throwing a new body into the mix.
It's weird, man. I was hating on Bantam, but she's been way more solid than I thought she was. She's been actually pretty consistent with Atkins off the court, even more, right? And Angel, like, she just has a lot more usage. Am I correct?
No, you're not wrong with that. She has also, I will say, been kind of a product of just a pure lack of depth inside of Chicago. They've had both Haley and Atkins and Vandersloot, obviously, who's out for the season, but they were basically only with two guards, like two in general guards, and you could have, Michaela kind of as a stand-in guard, but realistically, they only had two guards. So we are adding a third body into the mix today, as well as still waiting on Haley Van Lith. And if Van Lith sits, I think that's totally fine to still fire up Bantams, though. I
was going to say, man, 37 and 36 minutes last two. But now they got some more players coming back, you're saying, right? So she'll probably play 30 or so if Van Lith's back. Low 30s.
In a close game, I mean, she should at least still play 30 minutes because, I mean, you can't have Kia Nurse out there just playing all these minutes. I mean, she's not a good player at all. So they probably split a little bit more minutes between the two of them. But I would be mostly more concerned if Haley Van Lith plays today because that will definitely cut down on some minutes.
Okay, Christian Riley brought up an interesting one that I was looking at last night. Under on JJ. JJ, which under, if any under, but I was looking at PRA. It just looked high. It looked high. 29.5, I think it was. Doesn't that sound insane for her? With still coming back kind of off the injury, no minutes yet. If it's a blowout, she'll sit, etc. All those factors. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I had my eye on this one today too, or some potential unders for her. This historically, obviously this is a different team, so you need to kind of throw that out the window. But the one game that they did play earlier on this season, she played 23 minutes, so the minutes floor is still going to be somewhat of a question mark because they don't have Sably out, or they don't have Sably, they don't have Stewie. But we did get news that Emma Miesemann should potentially play tonight. If she does, it will be in a limited capacity. So I like that play a lot more if we get news that Emma is in fact going to touch the court at some point. That should help, take some of these minutes off the back end for JJ. But again, they don't have any backups right now outside of that. So no Sably, no Stewie, no big bodies. I mean, hell, we had Fibich playing at the 4 last game, if that tells you anything.
Oh, Fibich. Fibich is good. She just doesn't shoot. She's a good player, though. Okay, we're at the end of the comments again. If you guys got any, drop them in there. We'll let you get through his what? Do you have one more play, maybe, I think, on the list?
Hamby? Dearica Hamby was the only other thing. Yeah, her rebounds at 7.5 on the books, and also at 5.5 on Prizepicks. Her defensive rebounds at 5.5 on Prizepicks were solid looks. This is just the same shtick for Brianna Jones. Phenomenal rebounding spot. I honestly, I'll keep it a buck with you. I was a little bit torn between Azare and Hamby as far as the 7.5 rebounds. Azare has the better hit rating overall so far for the season, but a little bit more suspect to lose out on minutes, whereas Hamby typically plays about 4 more minutes a game already before Brink coming back. So there's some kind of wiggle room still with that. And we've seen in last season, whenever they do play their normal rotation, Hamby will traditionally play more as a center and at the 5, whereas Brink, she's more of a roamer and lockdown defense. So I like it. Last time she missed out just by 1 whenever they played for the full game rebound because of the minutes and the blowout, but she did wield the defensive rebounds. So get a little action on both of them today. Give me the minutes, no fouls, and she should be honestly looking for about 9 to 10 rebounds today out of her.
Okay, sounds good. We got so many plays and things to look at. It's going to be madness when this starts. Big Two says, any other unders? And since he said that, and that JJ one does look interesting. I was thinking too, what do you think about Alicia Gray's under 19.5? I think she bumped to 18.5 though, damn it. Anyways, any other unders that you were thinking about?
Yeah, well, I know you and I had kind of been speculating on Skylar for one thing, but Plum was another one that I think has some pretty interesting looks today to take an under. Now, I say that because Prizepicks did offer a combo point prop between Skylar and for Plum. Now, the biggest thing for Plum, though, is going to be her 3-point made downside today. I think it still can be a bit of a question mark as far as her free throws and stuff, but Seattle, they have been, shutting down their perimeter right now. They're allowing the least amount of attempts per game, least amount of, you can see all this stuff. Even just the threes made over the last month has been very, very finite. You only have the likes of Arike being able to get there, and then Sabrina, who's, a real high-powered shooter. But if we're looking at player being able to score more than 3 or more, it's been very, very scarce over the last month. So I think she's honestly an interesting look. They had her first half points earlier today at 9.5 on Underdog. I thought that was way too high. Prizepicks had her at 8.5. Let's see. Yeah, Underdog still has that, so I don't mind that. Not really a great hit rating for her so far this season.
I think that's the one, Big Two. 9.5 under first half. Fuck that. Quick under. Miss a few shots, Plum. We're in there. What? You broke. What you doing? Agrees with Plum under easy, he says. And Kelsey, he thinks Kelsey Mitchell under. That's a little scarier though, right? Against Dallas. Ooh. A little scary.
Yeah.
I think that's what he means.
Yeah, Kelsey's definitely a bit more of a scare. Plum, I don't mind her at all though. I think they throw the sink at her as far as wing defenders. They dare either Rikia Jackson, who did have good success.
I'm sorry. Hold on before you go through. My bad. I think the way he wrote it, he said Kelsey and Plum unders, but then he wrote underneath LMAOO Plum and Skylar under. He meant not Kelsey, because he wrote Kelsey and Plum, and I was like, Kelsey Plum, but he didn't mean Kelsey Mitchell and Plum. I think he just meant to write Kelsey Plum under. So we digress back to this Skylar under. You talked about that already, a little bit, or no?
Yeah. The Sparks, they've been really good against the high pick and roll. They are allowing a ton of assists, which she thrived in and ended up missing out on her points. So I think it's honestly still a solid look for her. Altman, she's playing really good defense overall. Her minutes have come up a lot too, so she should match with Skylar here. If we wheel the upside of the game blowing out, Skylar and Kelsey, for that matter, are going to sit early. And Skylar gets really, really passive, especially in the fourth quarter of the game if they're up pretty big. So I don't mind it. I think it's a difficult spot for both of the players tonight. And this game could be somewhat more underwhelming on the surface than it looks, which again is why we like the rebound prop. There could be a lot more shots going up that are missed, but pace is going to be pretty juicy. Big pace up for Seattle, but those two players in particular, most difficult on-court matchups.
Cardoso first half PRA. Cardoso without Angel, sometimes looking like a superstar, sometimes looking like poop. What do we get today from her?
Yeah, the first half is the only thing I would take for her, man. I've seen way too many games over this last month where she just completely is checked out of the second half. We're talking like anywhere from 0 to 2 field goal attempts, and she'll go out and play, almost 18 minutes or 15, 18 minutes of the second half and just absolutely do nothing. So if I had to place my bets, it would probably be on the first half. The PRA probably our best look here. I don't think she's going to wheel any kind of like block or steal upside against, Fag Bentley or Salon or whoever ends up starting out there. So need her to get up on the glass and do her thing and wheel a couple of points early and keep the hands to herself. Right.
All right, cool. Good call. Okay, Rogers. And he also says Tina first half fantasy. Ooh, Tina's tough.
Yeah, since they were lamos and they took down her points, I mean, that was by far and away one of her best, just true ways of getting there. But I still like the fantasy. I think it's totally warranted today. I mean, JJ should offer some decent block steal upside. Same thing for Feebish, but the damage is really going to come from the points. So curious, does Underdog still have her points up or no? Do they have it? Do they have it? Oh, they do. And it's at 7.5. Wow. Yeah. So, I mean, this honestly has just really been the biggest thing for her as far as getting to her mark. I mean, you can see double digit, just raw scoring in every single game. So, if you do have an Underdog, I would probably take a shot on that, but I don't mind the fantasy either. Don't mind it either.
All right, Big Tina. You're broke, what you doing, says, and he has Thomas over defensive rebounds. I assume he's meaning over defensive rebounds for AT.
Yeah.
AT! Man, AT. Oh my gosh. Last 3 games. I mean, she's good, but she's next level good now. I'm like, AT, can you beat Feezy for MVP or what? No, but damn, those last 3 games look good. And then when you saw her without Satu and Copper, oh my gosh, she's killing.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's definitely been doing her thing here. It's a bit unfortunate her rebounds overall did end up going to 8.5. I mean, the defensive ones are maybe a little bit better of a look, but with Griner being out, I think there has to be something to said for potential offensive rebounds still in the bag. So if you want to play it, I think it's totally a solid look today. They did also have a combo rebound prop with her and Brianna Jones on Prizepicks. Both of them should be out there equal minutes, so barring any kind of foul trouble. I didn't think this was a bad look at all, but yeah, I like the history. I love AT today. Yeah, give me all the AT.
Cool, man. Yeah, I like that little combo you just showed too. I just don't love playing those type of plays anymore because they start being scary, but it makes a lot of sense. It does. All right, we're done with the comments again. We're at 34 likes, 50 people watching. 5 games today, woo! If you guys don't mind, hit the like. If you haven't hit the like yet, it helps us a lot. Jump in the Discord. We're going to do some live betting. We're going to go undefeated again, aren't we, E?
Yes, sir. I'm going to take some live unders.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Jump in the Discord. We win together. All right, we good? Or you got anything else to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
No, I think that's going to be it. Let's just keep an eye out for really the biggest thing. I would say Haley Van Lith and Jordan Canada. Only 2 injury news that we're going to be eyeing, and then confirm what that Golden State starting 5 is going to be with Tiffany Hayes being out. So, yes, sir. That's all we got for you fine folks today. We're going to skedaddle, go ahead and get out of here, take this last hour and prepare for the games. We got 4 starting at the same time. So, again, as we said, check out the description down below. We got links to the Discord and to our whop. Get in, come tap in with us. Yeah, I love that name.
Come get some whop.
Come tap in. Yes, sir. Come whop it with us. We're going to make some money today. We'll tear up the live bets. And tomorrow we had, 1 or 2 games? I
think just one.
I think one.
We got UFC tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a good UFC bet, too. A little 2-pick parlay. Woo-wee. I already see it cashing. Jump in the Discord. You're going to get it. I'm just saying.
Nice. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. We're going to make some money this weekend. It is that time. New month, new everything. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's already August 1st. This last month went by so fast, it felt like.
Yeah, it did, man. I'm excited for August. I can feel it coming on right now. Let's get it. Ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. We'll get out of here. We'll catch you guys back here on Monday for the regular weekday stream. Good luck tonight. We'll see y'all later. Peace.